we asked the top listing agents in our community, what is the 5 things that you're looking for in an offer that comes across your desk?
Yeah, so pretty much everyone said the same thing, right?
Yep.
I mean,
and it just changed like within the last week again.
We were seeing price drops everywhere, and now we're back to like bidding wars, and everyone's waiving the inspection. And
the number one thing that they said is ask your agent to ask the seller what's most important to them.
So that could be like a rent back or a shorter timeline.
Yep, they might have to live in the house for 30 days after closing, and that's the most important thing. They'll accept your offer over a higher price if that's what their need is. Number 2, which is very, very new, and I haven't seen this in my career.
Earnest money.
Yep.
Earnest money.
They want to know how much you're invested in actually closing on this property. So the old $1,000 will get you by.
Yep, you need to have a big chunk of earnest money ready to put down.
And it should be more than even what you want to spend on the house right now. Like, you can get your full earnest money deposit back at closing, and you don't have to use all that towards your transaction. So gather as much money as you can. Gifts from family, pull out all of the reserves to show the seller that you want this house, and increase your earnest money deposit.
Yeah, it definitely shows some solvency and liquidity, and it's basically saying, I want this house so bad that I'm ready to put some money on it. It's skin in the game, super important. The 22 AD is the additional down payment.
Yes.
So that's huge, makes your offer super strong. And how does that kick in?
So the 22 AD was very popular in the last year, and we were hoping that that would go away a little bit, which it has, but it still is an important factor. You can offer $1 million for a $500,000 house. The seller doesn't care if they know that it's not going to appraise for that. Or a way to get your offer accepted when you're offering more than what the list price is, or more than what both agents know the home is currently worth, is to have a little gap of money set aside to put down above the appraised value, so that the seller is guaranteed more money than what the house is actually worth.
Yeah, it definitely gives them more confidence that the transaction is not going to fall out because of a low appraisal. The 4th most important aspect of a strong offer is less contingencies. So less restrictions on the transaction as a whole. So if you are comfortable waiving the inspection, waive the inspection. It just takes out one negotiating point of the transaction and makes the seller feel a lot more comfortable. Some other contingencies that
which actually doesn't mean you can't get an inspection. Like, if you do want to know what's going on with the property or peace of mind, you can still get an inspection. It's just not a reason you can back out of the transaction.
That's a great point. That's true. Yeah.
Number 5, but very important.
Very important is who is the lender on your pre-approval letter.
Yes.
And that is important because having somebody like an online company, or maybe a bank's not open during the weekend and the offer review date's here and you got to move fast. I mean, time is money. So those are some things to think about when
all 5 of the agents that we interviewed to get this feedback, to educate you guys, said if they see an online lender or a local bank or credit union even that they know that they won't be able to reach on a weekend or get immediate response back, or they have to dial an extension number to get to them, that offer is going to be set aside. Local lenders are pretty much put to the top of the stack. So
yeah, because you're going to be spending a lot of money, and it's good to have someone in your corner that has your money and making it work is number 1 top priority.
And we don't want you to lose out on the house you actually want. Right? If you're going to be spending this much money on a house, don't just like give up because your offers aren't getting accepted and settle for something less than what you actually want. We want to give you the tips to get the house you actually want to live in.